Now that you have your resume content and format looking great, it's time to optimize it for online applications, which are used by a majority of large and medium-sized employers these days. You want to find a balance between optimizing your resume to get past the applicant tracking systems, but also making it look appealing for when recruiters or hiring managers are reviewing it. We are going to review common questions applicants ask when preparing their resumes for online submissions. After spending hours getting your resume just right with strong action verbs and quantified bullets that demonstrate the depth and breadth of your experience, you want to understand how to present your resume online so it has the best chance of being seen by humans. Remember to follow the lead of the employer. For example, you may find a position on LinkedIn in the Jobs tab. Some positions will allow you to apply directly via LinkedIn, while others will instruct you to go directly to the employer's career page and apply. The same with Handshake. For each job, follow the specific instructions that the employer provides for you. While you want to spend a lot of time making sure your resume is aesthetically pleasing so it is easy to read and clearly conveys your story, you also want to create a pared down version in rich text format that you can easily cut and paste into applications. Take your master resume and save a version for the online applications. Here are a few other tips. Keep your font standard and simple. Create your main resume in either Microsoft Word or Pages for Mac. If you are sending it to a person, then send it as a PDF so all your formatting remains as intended. Avoid programs such as LaTeX because machines will not read them properly. Avoid templates because they may seem great at first, but they are limiting in terms of customization and may not be read properly by the applicant tracking systems. Stick to a Word or Pages doc with either a 1/2 inch or 1 inch margin all the way around and 10 to 12 point font size. For resumes that you paste into an applicant tracking system, or ATS, remove bolding, underlines, and bullets. In place of bullets, try dashes, or the asterisks, Shift+8 on a keyboard. Justify everything to the left and avoid columns. Don't use the spacebar in excess. When you need spaces between sections, hit Enter instead of the spacebar. Unfortunately, you may have to cut and paste the resume section by section. That's why it's easier to have a version that's stripped down in terms of formatting. Just as you did while making your own main resume, be sure to review it a few times to correct any errors. Can you submit your LinkedIn profile instead of a resume? No, unless an employer specifically instructs you to do so. In most cases, employers need to get you into their particular system, and that's why you must fill out an application with them to be considered. Plus, it wouldn't be beneficial for you to do that because a LinkedIn profile is more general, and you need to tailor your resume to every job to which you apply. The bonus section at the end of this video will go over tips for how to do that. It's up to you whether you prefer to attach your cover letter in an email to the recruiter or whether you would rather paste the contents of the letter into the body of an email. If you choose the former, be sure to add a brief note expressing that you'd like to apply for the specific position and that your resume and cover letter are attached. In that case, attach the document as PDFs so they retain their formatting. If possible, try to leave this section blank. Or, if you're forced to enter text, write something such as commensurate with experience. If you must enter a number, then be sure to research salaries for that company, that job title, the industry, location, and come up with a range and then select a number in the upper middle part of that range. You can conduct research on salaries on such sites as Glassdoor, Salary.com, Payscale.com, or using the University of Pennsylvania Student Outcome Surveys. Some people decide to write $1 to show that they would rather discuss this later. Before moving on to the next section of this module, take some time to practice with any or all of the tools above.